Welcome back to our Medical Missionary Ministry. Today I'd like to show you how to make some elderberry syrup using dried black elderberries. Just to give you some information on the benefits of elderberries. Elderberries are naturally high in immune boosting compounds. In our family, we use it especially during the winter time when it's cold, when it's chilly, and it's cold and flu season. So we use it every day to help boost our immune system and to fight off a cold if and when we do get a cold. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the ingredients. You need about 10 tablespoons, 2/3 cup, which is like 10 to 11 tablespoons of elderberries, dried elderberries, about 3.5 cups of water. I use purified water or distilled water is fine. And a cup of maple syrup. You can also use honey. They're both great, but I'm only using maple syrup for this recipe because I want to give some to maple too. And technically, kids under 2, even actually under 1, it's very important that you don't give them honey because it could cause botulism. So maple syrup contains essential minerals like calcium, magnesium, potassium, zinc. It has vitamin B12, vitamin B2, and it's also an antioxidant. So it's great to use as well because it has those properties. You want to use 2 tablespoons of ginger, and we all know ginger is great for the treatment of colds and flu. It also strengthens the immune system and it promotes respiratory health. And then if you don't have clove powder or ground clove, you can use about 3 drops of clove oil. 3 drops of clove oil. And clove oil is also great because it supports a healthy immune system. It combats respiratory issues, and it's also an antioxidant. So clove is awesome as well. And then we'll use ground cinnamon, about a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And cinnamon is also great it's an anti-inflammatory, it's an antioxidant, and it helps balance blood sugars among others. All of these right here have tons of benefits, but the most important is our elderberry because again, it is high in immune boosting compounds. So we want to make sure what I've ordered too is you want to order organic ones. I know I ordered some from, I think it's the company's either Frontier, or you can grow them. We haven't tried growing them here, but you know, it would be really nice if we could grow all of our own herbs, berries, and just raise our own provisions like we're counseled to do. And I make these natural remedies, you know, because we are counseled to gain knowledge in treating sickness and diseases so that we don't have to go to the doctor as frequently as most of us do. So I believe that there is a time and place for conventional medicine, but if we can continue to learn this work and continue to learn what God had given us to help assist our bodies in healing, then I believe we wouldn't need to go to the doctors as frequently as we need to. So the first thing we have to do is we need to boil these elderberries with the water and the ginger. So I'm going to take the ginger, the water, and the elderberries, and we're going to put them in a pot. Okay, so we'll move over to our stove. So we have the pot right here. I'm going to pour in the water, 3.5 cups of water. I'm going to turn it on to about medium heat. Then here's your 11 tablespoons or 2/3 cup of elderberries. dried black elderberries. We're also going to put in 2 tablespoons of ginger. And then a teaspoon of cinnamon. So you just want to stir it to make sure that all the ingredients are well mixed together. And then we're just going to let it boil. So now it's boiling. You can see it's boiling. Now, because it's boiling, we want to reduce, now we need to reduce the heat a little bit so it'll just simmer. Okay, so we're just gonna let it simmer for about 40, cover it, and we'll let it simmer for about 45 to 1 hour to cut the liquid in half. All right, now it's done. We've turned it off after about maybe 55 minutes. As you can see, most of the water is gone. So now we're just going to let it cool for a little bit, and then we're going to mash it carefully with a spoon. All right. All right, now we're going to take a spoon, anything that has a flat bottom or surface, and we're just going to gently do this just to squeeze all the benefits out of the elderberries. And you could actually hear it popping a little bit in some of them, like that. And once we're done, we're going to strain it. All right, now I finished mashing the berries with a spoon, and now we're going to strain it. You can use a small strainer. I don't have a small strainer right now, so I'm just using a cheesecloth. And what you'll do with the rest of the elderberries, once you're done straining it, you can put it in your compost too, instead of just throwing it away. So you want all of the liquid. That's what we'll use to add to our maple syrup. Okay, see all the liquid in there. All right, next step. All right, now we're done. Well, we're almost done. The last step is to put together the maple syrup and the elderberry syrup. But before we do that, I'm going to add 3 drops of clove oil. Okay, now that we've added the clove oil, you can, like I said, you can use fresh cloves, ground cloves, or clove oil if you don't have any. I don't have any ground cloves, so that's why I use clove oil. Caution to those who are taking blood thinners, be careful with clove oil because it can further thin your blood. Now we're going to add 1 cup of the maple syrup. Okay. Stir just to make sure it's well mixed. All right. And then you want to put it in an airtight jar, like this mason jar. Did I spill? I spilled some. It's all right. We will clean it up. We only spilled a little bit. So, you want to make sure, again, that it's airtight. Now we have our elderberry syrup. Put the lid on, give it a good shake, and there you have it. So let's talk about dosage. The recommended dose for elderberry syrup. For kids, for my kids, I give them half a teaspoon every day. Now, and then for Ernie and I, we do a tablespoon every day. Now, if you get sick, if you do get a cold or a flu, you want to take the same dose, but every 3 to 4 hours. So basically, like for example, if I get sick, I'll take a tablespoon every 3 to 4 hours, which is probably about, I take the dose about 4 times. And then same thing with the children. So they take the same amount, the same dosage, half a teaspoon every 3 to 4 hours. And the great thing about elderberry syrup, it not only boosts your immune system and help you fight the cold, but it also reduces the length of the cold. And it's really, really good. This is one of my favorite things to take, especially during around this time, because of all the cold and flu that's going around. Okay, now if you're not going to use all of this is about 2 cups. If you're not going to use all of it, you can freeze some of it. You can put it in an ice cube tray and just put it in the freezer and just take whatever amount you need at the time, so you don't have to use all of it. Elderberry syrup can last for about several months. In the fridge, it'll last. I like to use it and keep it in the fridge for 2 weeks. That's why this is a lot, so I'll probably just cut it in half for our family and then freeze the rest. But it will last in the fridge for about 2 weeks. It doesn't cost you much. It's a lot cheaper than if you were to buy it. And again, it's great for the cold season, flu season, winter time, to help boost your immune system. And that's it. Here's the elderberry syrup, and I hope that you've been encouraged to become a medical missionary wherever you're at.
Looking for a reason. Someone is trying to find a way to go. Will you be the one to bring them home?
City Exodus has committed itself to spreading the present truth messages in these last days, not only to our brethren, but to the surrounding communities that we are a part of or visit. As we learn more of the medical missionary work, we continue also making City Exodus episodes on our country living journey and continue the literature, friendship, and health evangelism. The natural remedies and products we sell will not only aid in healing, but will also bring support to the cause of ministering to others not in the faith. Our apparel will also support our cause and ministry. You can visit us on our Facebook page and see the latest posts on what we're doing and current news pertaining to end time events. And you can also visit us on our website at www.sdacityexodus.com to check out our ministry, our various natural remedies and products, and our apparel store where we have different shirts and sweaters. And you can also find other resources there that might be a blessing to you. On our website, you can also donate and support our ministry. Since we are self-supporting and are limited in funds, we would like to continue doing as much of the work in these last days, but we'll need your help. We appreciate your support in our mission and continuing work.
Be blessed and be a blessing.
Be blessed and be a blessing.
Be blessed and be a blessing. Maranatha. We have been invited back to do some gospel and medical evangelism in Mindanao, Philippines, April of 2020. We were there in Cagayan de Oro City in 2017 and on Camigan Island in 2018. This time, we will be in Initao conducting efforts to win souls. We are teaming up with 13 churches to do a free medical and dental clinic and an evangelistic series. I will be the speaker for the Revelation series, and Kim will be conducting the health talks each night, teaching them health principles and natural remedies. At the Medical Evangelism Free Medical and Dental Clinic, Kim and I will have a natural remedies booth to complement the New Start counseling area. But going to the Philippines will have its expenses, including airfare and other supplies we may need for our efforts. If you feel impressed to give a love offering to support us, please visit our website at www.sdacityexodus.com and click on the Support Us tab. Also, if you feel impressed to support us with our main plans to continue to develop our property as an outpost and a small place to treat people, as you've heard us talk about in our medical missionary episodes, your help would be greatly appreciated. We want to thank each and every one of you for the continued support and prayers as well. Let's continue this work together as we approach our Lord and Savior's return. Maranatha.
Be blessed and be a blessing.